Hello again, today is the 2nd of April and it's the feast of St. Francis of Paola. So let's find out a little bit more about it. So Francis was born in a place called Paola, which is in Italy, over towards the east, right on the coast by the sea, and he was born in 1416. And his parents actually named him after another famous Francis, St. Francis of Assisi. And it was actually on a pilgrimage that he went on with his parents to Assisi at the age of 15 that St. Francis decided that he wanted to become a hermit. So a hermit is someone who goes off and lives by themselves for a period of time. So for St. Francis, he went and lived in a cave, and they do it so they can concentrate on their relationship with God without kind of the distractions that might be around them. So he lived in a cave for a bit. He ate food that he could gather from around, mushrooms and things like that, but he also relied on gifts from his friends to be able to eat. And I thought it was interesting that it's the feast of a hermit at the moment, because some of us might feel like we're living a little bit like hermits at the moment, kind of cooped up in our houses, not able to go out and live our normal lives, not able to go and see the people that we normally see. I guess even going to the supermarket at the moment, even going shopping, sounds a little bit like what St. Francis had to do. You have to just eat what you can gather, grab that tin of weird chili baked beans off the shelf because that's all that's left. But what I thought was really interesting is that even St. Francis, a hermit who dedicated his life to living by himself, had to rely on his friends for help. And I think that's a really important thing for us to remember, that at the moment, even though we can't see our friends face to face, it's important that we still keep in touch with them, that we still rely on them, that we share what we're worried about. Just get in touch with them, to have a chat, play FIFA online with them. Just keep those relationships going. For us, we're kind of cooped up and a bit like hermits at the moment, but that won't be forever. And at some point, that's going to end, and we're going to be able to go out into the world and see and do wonderful things again. So, I've got a mission, a bit of a challenge for you today. What I've started doing, what me and my family have started doing, is any time that we think of something that we're missing, something that we'd like to do that we'd normally be able to do but we can't at the moment, we're going to write them down on a piece of paper, pop them in the jar, and then when we are able, when things go back to normal and we can go out and do whatever we want to do, then we're going to work our way through these, and it means that we're not going to take the normal things that we've realised that we miss for granted. So my first one that I've written down is that I'm missing spending time with some of my friends. So that's the one that I'm going to pop in, and I'm going to make sure that when things go back to normal, I'm going to get in touch with all my friends and we'll have a big party. So I wonder if you can maybe do something like this with your family. Anytime you're missing something, write it down on a slip of paper, pop it in a jar, and then when everything's back to normal, we can open the jar and work through these things and make sure that all these things that we're missing we can thank God for and be really pleased about. Okay, it's been lovely to be with you. Hopefully see you soon. Bye.